Welcome to the Accord Production Center, South Florida's premier destination for all your production and post-production needs. Since 1988, Accord has provided a range of services from duplication and mastering to shooting and editing.
Here at Accord, we employ many different types of media. We are not a one-size-fits-all shop. So we don't use the same equipment to shoot a commercial that we do to shoot a how-to video. Depending on the size and the scope of your project, we have a media that will fit your budget. This way you don't have to spend a lot of money unnecessarily.
Over the last several years, Accord has worked hard to attract some of the brightest minds in production, post-production, public relations, graphics and design, animation and music to this one location.
When we started the Accord Production Center, we wanted to get the very best independent companies in the production business all under one roof who can handle all production needs. We got some great independent companies in this complex. Between Kevin Lane at 40 Lane Entertainment, Personal Music and Alberto's team, 2150 with Mike Coe and Jeff Sternberger, Lava Studios, one of the best in the country. Graphics, animation, design. Robert Kirkpatrick and his team do world-class work.
It's kind of cool for me to be in this building now with two really great guys, Rocky and Max. And we come from the same place. We come from the business. We all grew up in the business. So we didn't just get here a year ago and plop down a bunch of money and open a shop and go after everybody's business. We've all paid our dues. We've been here for a long time. We know the market.
Every one of the companies in this complex, in this building and complex, are at the top of their game. Anywhere in the country they could stand up. The quality of work, the efficiency, and I think that the fact that we're all here together instead of spread out all over town is a big advantage.
An advantage that can save you a lot of time and money when it comes to getting your project completed. At the Accord Production Center, you're surrounded by some of the most talented people in the industry, which allows you to do great work every time.
We've been here in the Accord Production Center for over 8 years now, and we've been able to take full advantage of the resources here by collaborating with Accord for production and post-production, but also drawing heavily on the resources of Outpost Audio, for example, Personal Music, so that when we want to give somebody a comprehensive post-production package, we can go outside of our own immediate resources and work with some of the best in the business without leaving the building or the area.
The fact of having a cord upstairs solves all the issues. In these days, there is 1,000 different formats tape-wise. There is a lot of, before it was more standardized, and with 1 or 2 decks you would cover all your needs.
2150 does an edit. They'll go over to Lava to do the film transfer and maybe do some graphics work. I'll get the music from Personal Music and I will do the final mix. So, a lot of people touch the same project and it's great for clients. A lot of times they'll come over here for an hour, let's say, walk back across the parking lot, do a little thing over there, come back and forth, and it's almost like there's a roof over the parking lot going back and forth. It's almost the same building.
We recently did a commercial for Burger King International with a tie-in to the new movie Transformers 3. We had to get some stock footage where we brought in Carl Kessler to use some of his stock footage, and we did all the finishing and color correction with Moving Forward Studios with Leo. The spot turned out great. We were able to bring the client back, set up meetings in the conference room. So it all works well when you're trying to do something and the client can just go from one room to another and everything is there for them.
I've been working with Accord since they began. I moved into their facility about 3 years ago. They asked me to produce a documentary on the history of the Orange Bowl Stadium, and it was so successful that we've collaborated on other projects right now, working on the Florida Marlins. The thing that's good about this production center is we have a lot of professional filmmakers here.
Recently, we added the Accord Kessler Training Center. We're offering classes in Final Cut Pro 10, Motion, After Effects, and advanced classes in Final Cut 7. We are also an Apple testing site for Apple certifications. Students here get a chance to learn their skills in an environment where they're surrounded by industry professionals.
A good example of how the Accord Production Center is helpful to a producer like me is a recent rum commercial we completed. I used Accord personnel and equipment to actually film the commercial. I then used the Lava Studios to do the special effects. I used Joe Cardenas to do some still work for me to build some of the effects. And then I used Kessler Productions to do the editing in final post. And then I went back to Accord again for the actual duplication and distribution.
People always ask me, what's the difference between public relations and advertising? It's very simple. Advertising is what you say about yourself, whether it's in a TV spot or a print ad, and public relations is what others say about you. And so our concentration is on getting others to talk favorably about our clients.
Personal Music is a music house that specializes in music for advertising, TV, radio spots, and everything that needs music to picture. We have 2 full studios with Pro Tools HD. We have musicians, a group of 12, that specialize in different styles that range from classical music, arrangers, orchestrators, to hip-hop, reggaetons, anything that demands something specific that sounds true to the style, we have somebody that does it.
You can do whatever you need to do here. You can, you can edit your piece, you can shoot a piece, you can have it subtitled or a new voiceover put into a different language. Just about anything you need in terms of commercial or corporate programming.
Not only do you have the audio end of it, the video production end of it, producers, writers, still photographers, top-notch directors, and people that can make your project and concept creation a reality.
What happens for me is I can walk down the hall, and a door down the hall from me is Carl Kessler, and he's been editing for forever. So he and I will banter in the hallway, and then if I've got an editorial question or a shooting question or a technical question, I can go down the hall and maybe run into one of the editors that are working here. And that's invaluable. I mean, it's hard, you can't even put a price on that.
At the Accord Production Center, we have great independent companies that do outstanding work in the production business, and you can't go wrong with any one of them.